Ronny Deila is out, Nick Cushing is in, and NYCFC is back in action with a 1-1 draw to the Colorado Rapids. Coming out of the international break, this is NYCFC's first contest since May 28th, a 1-0 win on the road over Minnesota United. And this has really been the trend lately for NYCFC. As a reminder, they entered Sunday's game on an 8-match unbeaten streak in league play, including 4 wins in a row. They've also had clean sheets in their last 6 MLS matches. One of those streaks ends and another lives on with this result against Colorado. Now, this is an intriguing tilt against the Rapids for a number of reasons. One being that they finished top of the Western Conference a year ago, but have gotten off to a shaky start this year, particularly on the road. The Rapids are yet to win away from home this season and had just 1 draw and 8 losses over their last 12 road matches dating back to last season. Now, they also haven't had much success against NYCFC either. They're winless against them and have lost by a combined scoreline of 9-1 in 2 matches in the Bronx. But the past did not matter at all on Sunday, though, as it's almost like a new season in the MLS after the break, particularly for NYCFC. What was a commemoration of Juneteenth, a celebration of Father's Day, and what Mayor Adams, who was in attendance for this one, declared NYCFC Day, was also Nick Cushing Day, as the assistant turned interim took the reins for his first match in charge after Coach Deila's departure to Standard Liège. Now, listening to the introductory press conference, as Keenan Troy reported on, you heard a lot of common themes from Cushing and also sporting director David Lee related to consistency, familiarity, and how even though Cushing would of course put his own spin on things, and he's been a head coach before, the NYCFC we'll see moving forward is not going to look all that different from the one that preceded it. And in a lot of ways, rightfully so, because considering the results, both with the MLS Cup and continued success this season, there's no reason to change. And as a result of that, what you saw on Sunday was business as usual. And the final outcome, despite having a beautiful blank injury report, was really more of just lag from both sides and a bit of slowness from NYCFC due to that extended break, rather than any particular coaching change. And you saw it from both sides. It was a fairly slow first half that NYCFC controlled through and through. They generated more chances, dominated possession, and as Coach Cushing said in the post-game presser, they controlled the game with the ball. Now that's all well and good, of course, but it's not the tempo and the goal-scoring opportunities that this squad is accustomed to and succeeds with. So Cushing asked for them to respond, and to their credit, as this team has done throughout the turnover process, Cushing has time and time again been so complimentary of his group, was again after this game. His team responded and accelerated the pace of the game, sought out scoring chances, and really tried to win it. Unfortunately, that does open up the game a little bit, and Michael Barrios made them pay with a terrific individual effort on a counterattack to strike the Rapids ahead and end that clean sheet streak. But then again, the players responded with Tyus Magno possessing the ball and scoring us one that was lifted into the box just 4 minutes later, a terrific finish from him. He's now up to 3 goals on the season, already passed his total from a year ago, and I asked him about what has led to that increase in goals in the postgame, and he talked about how a lot of it's just individual will and effort, working with a coach he has at home to improve, and now seeing the benefits of that. And again, this game was really all about that response. NYCFC started off a little bit slow, fell behind, but as Coach Cushing said in the postgame, he was most pleased with that group and how they responded more so than what the outcome was.
I said to the guys after the game, to a man, every one of them has been exceptional this week. One in the way they've applied themselves in a difficult moment when you lose a coach mid-season, but also towards myself in the support and the work ethic and the application that they've showed this week to prepare themselves for this game has been exceptional.
And now we'll see what comes moving forward. Coach Cushing has continually emphasized the importance of thinking short term, not just on this season, not just as an interim, but one game at a time. His focus was on Colorado, and now his focus is on the Red Bulls, a derby match in the Open Cup quarterfinals this Wednesday in Harrison. And obviously, every streak has to end at some point. You're going to have losses along the way. But even though there has been a coaching change, as sporting director David Lee said when he first hired Cushing, NYCFC's expectations to deliver results and ultimately championships of any kind, that remains the same.
It doesn't change the expectations at all. I think we believe we have one of the most talented groups of people, players, staff, support staff, coaches that we've ever managed to assemble. And I think the results, the first part of the season, we're not quite halfway in, but the first part of the season speaks to the quality of the group that we have. And so the expectations for us are always the same. We want to compete for every trophy we can. We had a fantastic run in the Champions League before sort of not quite being able to get to the final, but we want to compete for all the trophies. And so this, while not ideal, it's not ideal to have a coaching change in the middle of the season. It doesn't affect what we hope and what our expectations are for this team this season.
Reporting for the final time on the New York City Football Club, it's been a pleasure. I'm Alex Wolz, WFUV Sports.